Hey everybody, welcome back to Wicked Good Sports. This is Power Play, and we're joined, as always, by Chris Uminski. Chris, how are you doing?
I am doing great, Brian. How are you doing?
I'm doing quite well. This is the first episode of the week. Been a little bit of a down week. It's been a crazy week. So I'm excited to talk about some hockey and some, frankly, very surprising actions by a certain player. Do you want to take it from there?
So, on Monday, at the beginning of the week, the Bruins played a matinee versus the Colorado Avalanche,
Mm-hmm.
and the Avalanche are lately have been one of the best teams in the league. They're a for sure cup contender.
Mm-hmm.
Probably have the most high-powered offense in the league, and that offense is led by Nathan MacKinnon.
Mm-hmm.
And now Bruins blew out the Avalanche 5-1.
Let's
Fantastic. But I'm not here to talk about that.
go. No.
I could, but I'm not going to. We're going to talk about Nathan MacKinnon. And so right after the opening faceoff of the third period, Nathan MacKinnon, he loses the faceoff, and
Mm-hmm.
he was clearly very mad.
Right.
And he goes and it looks like he slashes a ref in the legs.
Right. So people watching this are going to know what slashing means, but for people who don't, that's when you hit someone with your stick.
Yes.
So, not a great thing. I'm not a hockey expert. You know that. That's why we have you to break everything down. But even I would assume that this would carry a big punishment. You can't physically assault an umpire, a referee, can you?
Well, that's an actual abusing an official is what it's called,
Mm-hmm.
and that can carry anywhere between a 10 and a 20 game suspension.
I think that's fair.
Oh yeah, I
Actually.
think that's fair. I think that's fair too. You can't do that,
Mm-hmm.
except you can.
If you're this guy, apparently. You
So Nathan MacKinnon, he's a big star in the league, and
can.
and I'm here to complain about it all the time. The NHL loves to protect their stars, same as any other league.
Right.
But so first of all, no penalty called on the ice, which I thought that was
Strange.
weird, considering not only is it a slash on an official, but it's a slash after the whistle too, and that is a potential game misconduct.
Right.
But so the NHL like heard like, oh hey, this might have happened. They look at it and they're like, no, we don't think he tried to slash the ref. We don't think he tried to do anything to him. So no, we're not going to do anything. No suspension, no fine. Nope. On your way, Nathan MacKinnon. Go do whatever you want, because you're allowed to do whatever you want.
Yeah. And of course, while Chris is describing it, I'm going to show the clip just so people have context, because it's pretty clear, in my opinion, that he did mean to do it. I don't know.
Yes. And like people are trying to say, well, no, he wasn't trying to slash a ref. He was trying to slash this other player. Oh, okay. So I see. So he's trying to slash another player after the whistle. That's okay.
Yeah, it's like one thing, like you shoot a puck and it hits an official. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
If the official's a part of the play,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, it's also a person, and you can't do that. Yeah. Slashing itself is a penalty.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man.
So,
This is crazy to me.
I don't either. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The NHL just needs to pick a thing when they're doling out discipline.
Yeah.
Or
No,
not
we
in this
absolutely
case.
will not do that. Do anything they can. It's like the draw 25. It's like
Right.
evenly dole out punishment or draw 25 cards. The NHL is just sitting there with the cards. Yeah, so weird situation here. I don't see, like, look at the NFL. We had a situation in the NFL this year where a linebacker for the Bears seemingly got hip checked by an official. He didn't even like intentionally run into him and got a flag for it, and so very different worlds right now.
Yeah. Well, that isn't even the only player official interaction that caught my attention, at least.
Okay.
I guess the officials, they did get their revenge. An official was caught on a hot mic this week telling a player to go fuck himself.
Very nice. I assume that happens all the time.
Well, I mean, you hear players chirping at each other all the time, but it's...
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever heard of a ref giving it right back to the player.
Oh,
Which,
man.
I mean, I'm here for it.
Yeah, no, hey, sometimes you gotta tell someone to go fuck himself. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't hate it.
I have a lot of respect for people that tell other people to go fuck themselves lately.
Absolutely. All right, so moving on from the refs, what else we got this week?
So we got the trade deadline coming up in just a couple of weeks, and there's some inklings going on in the Bruins rumor mill as to players they might be interested in, players are trying to deal. One that's been catching my eye a lot though is, and you'll be here for this, Brian, is they might be looking to bring back noted Coyotes right winger and hot dog connoisseur Phil Kessel.
Yes, let's go. I think everyone loves Phil Kessel. He's a very lovable guy,
yeah.
But especially Bruins fans, at least of our age, he's a great player for us, and it'd be nice to have him back.
It would be. I don't know if he's the same player that he was.
Yeah, probably not.
But I think it'd be pretty cool to see him back. Another good weapon for the top lines to have. Maybe stick him on the second or the third.
Mm-hmm.
We might be looking to deal. We're still looking to deal Jake DeBrusk.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a lot of shopping, and he's certainly trying to shop for himself.
Mm-hmm.
He last night he scored the overtime winner against the Kraken. And I noticed since he requested that trade a few months ago, starting right then, he's been playing his best hockey. He's clearly trying to sell himself, and I'm annoyed that he waited until now to do that.
Course.
At the same time, good, keep playing like this. We can get something good for you.
Mm-hmm.
I saw we might be interested in JT Miller. JT Miller, I think, would be a good addition for Jake DeBrusk. And I've said before, I'd maybe like to see DeBrusk and Linus Ullmark dealt at the same time. But I don't know. I kind of like the tandem that we have, the Swayman Ullmark. It's growing on me. So I wouldn't be. I guess I wouldn't be super upset if we kept Ullmark. Right.
Yeah, I mean it was interesting little experiment with Tuukka back, but now that that's over, this could just be the move to stick with going on.
Yeah, at least for the rest of the season.
So I guess, is there any pie in the sky? Not in the Bruins, but just a trade you'd like to see happen in the whole league down this trade deadline.
Oh, there's a few very high-profile players that are on the trade market for this. Claude Giroux from the Flyers. I think he might be a little pie in the sky to get. He's probably the Flyers' best player right now, and they're not doing very good. They're only a few points ahead of the Montreal Canadiens right now, which
that's tough. Yeah,
good for the Canadiens. They've won a whole 3 games in a row now.
How many games did they win before that?
Not 3.
5. Yeah,
they were before I looked today. They had 9 wins. Now they have 12.
Hey, pressure's off. They're out of the playoffs, so they have nothing to worry about. They can just go out there and have fun.
Yeah, so I think it'd be pretty cool to get Claude Giroux. He's a good weapon. Dougie Hamilton's back on the market too.
Oh, very nice.
And again, I have very mixed feelings about him, but we could always use another good defenseman. There's a rumor that they might be looking at trying to get Zdeno Chara back.
Ooh.
Maybe. I think that's very pie in the sky, but, I'm here for it if it happens.
Oh, I think we bring Phil Kessel and Chara back. Bostonians are going to lose it. Be beside themselves.
We'll have the 2011 team back, basically, minus Johnny Boychuk.
Basically, right. Oh, man. Those are some good times right there.
Yes.
Oh, man. All right. Anything else you want to talk about before we get on?
Nope. I guess just the last thing, on a more serious note, the media needs to leave the Russian players alone.
Mm-hmm.
There was a big thing the last day or two that, Ovechkin isn't talking to the media. Artemi Panarin isn't talking to the media. None of them are talking to the media. Leave them alone.
Yeah. Well, what are they gonna say? Like,
they really can't. Ovechkin finally came out and said something, but it was what he was. All it was is just like, I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
His wife and kids still live in Russia. Yeah. Like, you can't.
It's not the same as in the United States, like, where there is freedom of speech, and yeah, maybe people will be mad at what you say, but it's a completely different thing in Russia, so I understand.
Yeah. I sent you that article of a few players have literally had to defect from Russia just to come and play in the NHL.
And I know there's been some celebrities from Russia who have spoken out, and that's amazing, but it's not something you should require from every person. You know what I mean?
No matter what these players say, they lose. If they say, trying to protect their family, we support Russia, we support Putin, then everyone over here is going to be like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
But if they say, we're not for Russia, we don't support that, then the Russian government's going to go, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. So, I think it's a good point. Leave them alone. And, it's tough times right now.
Indeed.
So. All right, Chris, where can they find you online on that note?
So you can find me, Chris_Uminski, on Twitter, posting hockey news, hockey memes, all that good stuff. And you can also, we're paying a close eye on the Hartford Whalers.
Yes.
See if they can, maybe they'll make a comeback.
We're going to get them back, Chris. That's the goal.
Any day now.
Yes.
We'll get them back before baseball happens.
Honestly, maybe. I don't know what's happening with the lockout. It doesn't sound like anything good. I know you, Jack, and I talked about potentially doing some, baseball coverage, and then no baseball. Hell. Oh, man. All right, so go follow
Let's talk
Chris.
about everything that's wrong with baseball.
Yes. Go follow Chris on those Twitter accounts. Help him get the Whalers back, please. And, you can follow me on Twitter at @TheFakeBMar. That's BMARR. Channel is on Twitter at WickedGoodSport and at WGEverything. Instagram at WickedEverything. Twitch at twitch.tv/WickedGoodEverything. And on TikTok, search Wicked Sports. Search Wicked Good Everything. Chris, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
We'll see you all in the next one.